Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be taking this 2022 Honda HR-V on a POV test drive. This one is the sport trim, and I did actually do a full review of this Honda HR-V, so if you guys are interested in seeing the full review, make sure to check it out on my channel. But let's go ahead and take this HR-V on a test drive and see how it does. Alright, so this is the 2022 Honda HR-V Sport, and let's go ahead and take this HR-V on a test drive and see how it does. Here is a backup camera. It does have 3 modes or 3 angles. It does have the wide, narrow, and down view. Alright, so driving this 2022 Honda HR-V feels nice and solid. Good amount of tire noise coming from those 18-inch rims, but overall the ride is nice and comfortable, and it does feel nice and solid, and it is nice and responsive. And it does have a small engine, but this small engine is nice and responsive. I'll talk about the engine when I hop on the highway, but definitely this SUV feels nice and solid and well put together. Interior looks good, and fan finish is perfect. There is a little bit of storage place in the bottom. There is 2 USBs in the bottom. Here is the shifter that will control the CVT transmission in this Honda HR-V. Gauges look good. Everything is very easy to understand, and everything is very easy to use as well, like the climate controls, fan speed, modes on the right, and it does have the temperature all the way to the left. And steering wheel is wrapped in leather. It does look very good, and does have a good amount of gloss black on it. And as I said, I did do a full review of this HR-V, so if you guys are interested, make sure to check it out. And this CVT transmission is actually very, very good. I've driven so many cars, and Honda does a great job with their CVTs. So I really like what Honda does with their CVTs. Nice and responsive, nothing crazy, and the CVT is very good. Yeah, definitely Honda's CVT is nice and feels nice and solid. Driving this HR-V on the highway, there's a good amount of road noise / tire noise. Wind noise is very good, and I love the ride height. Getting inside and outside is very easy, so you basically just slide into the seat, and yeah, I really like the height of this HR-V. If I'm not mistaken, I think it is 7.4 inches. The ground clearance is 7.4 inches. So overall, very comfortable SUV. I wonder if the other trims will ride the same, since they have smaller rims like the LX and the EX. LX Sport EXL, and as we said, guys, the fan finish is perfect. This HRV has paddle shifters, of course, fake gears since it has a CVT. So when downshifting, it uses engine braking to slow down. Yep, definitely very good. And by the way, this sport trim does have a 7-inch screen. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Let's test out. Very planted. I wasn't pushing it very hard, but it does feel nice and planted, and steering wheel has a really nice weight to it, and seriously, overall, very good. As I said, everything is very easy to use. It does have brake hold, so click the button, it will say brake hold and hold right there. Let go off the brake while it's in drive. That will hold the SUV for you. So let's say if there's a lot of traffic and you're tired of having your foot on the brake pedal, you could just let go and the SUV will stay still while it's in park. Everything looks good. This is actually hard, but it does feel like it's wrapped in leather. This is plastic, which I think is fine. It is a $26,000 SUV, and it does have the platinum white exterior, so it is almost a $400 option. And I completely forgot to talk about the engine, but under the hood, they're going to be a 1.8 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that is connected to a CVT transmission. This engine produces 141 horses and 127 pound-feet of torque. And honestly, it does feel like that this HRV has a little bit more torque. And I really wish that all HRVs have Honda sensing, but sadly the LX trim and the Sport trim, which is this one, does not have Honda sensing. So if you want Honda sensing, you have to go with the EX trim, which is above this one. And honestly, the Sport trim is my favorite trim because it does make this HRV look very sporty. It does have the side skirts, the splitter, and everything is finished in gloss black, which makes it nice and sporty. And overall, I just like the appearance of the Sport trim. And especially with this white, you could see the gloss black trims very easy. And yeah, overall, very nice SUV. But I really wish that Honda added Honda sensing for this HRV for $26,000. I really wish they did. Overall, very, very good SUV. I'm not sure how I feel about those vents right there. The mirrors are nice and big. They're finished in gloss black, which is nice. And steering wheel has a really nice design to it. As I said, it is wrapped in leather. And the phone controls are in the bottom. Voice command is right next to them. And there's going to be a small screen on the right that will display the MPGs, the oil life, and the miles. And it will display the temperature as well. And for the suspension, I'm not sure if this Sport trim has actually a different suspension than the other trims, but it's a little bit on the stiffer side, but it's comfortable at the same time. And as I said, it does handle good for a nice small light SUV like this HRV. There's going to be a good amount of storage place in this glove box. As I said, there's storage place in the bottom. Back seats are nice and comfortable as well. Good amount of headroom, leg room, the wind noise, honestly, in person almost does not exist on the highway and driving on roads like this, but there's a good amount of tire noise from those 18-inch rims on the highway. But driving in the city or roads like this, can't really hear the tire noise, but on the highway you could definitely hear them. But overall, very nice and smooth, very comfortable. The seats are comfortable, but I really wish they were a little bit softer. But for 26,000, of course Honda is not gonna give you more comfortable seats, and they will be saving the comfortable seats for something like a CR-V or a Pilot. But yeah, overall, seeing out of this SUV is very easy. Windows are nice and big, and this one is actually the all-wheel drive version. You could get it in front-wheel drive if you want to. Does not have a sunroof. You have to go for the EX trim if I'm not mistaken. There is 2 cup holders right here. I really like what Honda did with the cup holders. You could drop this down, and I just really like what they did here. If you guys are interested in seeing the full review, just check it out. It is on my channel. It is the same exact one that I'm driving. I think the HR-V is actually my favorite subcompact SUV. I really like the Kona. I think the Kona looks honestly amazing, and I think the Kona is the best looking subcompact SUV, but I don't like the way how the Kona drives. I really prefer the way how the HR-V drives. It feels nice and solid, and this CVT transmission is actually very good. And as I said, guys, Honda does a great job with their CVTs. Just feels, this SUV feels solid overall. The driving, suspension, when hitting a pothole or hitting something on the road, it does feel very nice and solid. It doesn't feel like it's all over the place. So definitely the HR-V is my favorite when it comes to that. And I think the styling of the HR-V, especially the sport trim, is very good. So overall, I think I really like the way how the HR-V drives, looks, and basically everything. But I do really like the way how the Kona looks like from the outside. The Kona does have a good amount of plastic, but the HR-V has very nice soft touches. Like this whole thing right here is nice and soft. The armrest is very soft, wrapped in leather. The Kona, everything is plastic. So I think overall the fit and finish in Honda is much better, and this is expected. Honda usually does a great job with their fit and finish. But as I said, I really like the way how the Kona looks like. And yeah, definitely the CVT transmission is amazing. The engine is very good. 1.8 produces 141 horses and 127 pound-feet of torque. The SUV feels nice and light, very good around corners. The steering wheel feels nice and heavy, and very direct. So I really like what Honda did with the HR-V, and overall I think the HR-V is my favorite subcompact SUV. But I hope you guys enjoyed this POV test drive of this 2022 Honda HR-V Sport. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come and see Tim here at Executive Honda in Wallingford, Connecticut. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.